The decade from 1770 to 1790 was important because the United States of America was founded in 1776 with the Declaration of Independence. The Constitution of the United States of America was written in 1787 and is the law of the land. In the early 1800s, the United States was still growing and finding its feet. President George Washington sent troops to western Pennsylvania to stop a rebellion against the government. The Federalists, people who supported the government, were happy about this, while the Republicans, people who supported Thomas Jefferson, were appalled. This rebellion is still going on more than 2 centuries later. In 1803, the U.S. bought the territory along the lower Mississippi River from the Spanish. This purchase led to the creation of the states of Louisiana, Missouri, Arkansas, Iowa, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, and Oklahoma, as well as most of Kansas, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, and Minnesota. The purchase also allowed explorers Lewis and Clark to spend 2 years exploring the new land. In the 1810s, a battle happened in New Orleans that ended in a victory for the United States. The Treaty of Ghent, which ended the War of 1812, hadn't been ratified yet, so this victory helped to make Andrew Jackson a national figure. It also helped to show the public that the United States had won the war, even though the conflict wasn't really over. In the early 1800s, the U.S. was enjoying a period of prosperity and isolationism. In 1823, President James Monroe articulated a set of principles called the Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine states that the U.S. will not interfere in European affairs, but likewise it will not allow Europe to colonize or interfere in the governments of the American hemisphere. It's doubtful whether the U.S. could have actually enforced the Monroe Doctrine back then, but over time the U.S. would use the doctrine to expand its sphere of influence throughout the world. The 1830s were an era of change for America, as President Andrew Jackson helped to usher in a new era of democracy for the people. However, despite his efforts, many people still remained without basic rights. This was mainly due to the fact that Jackson tended to side more with the wealthy and powerful than those who were struggling. In 1848, the United States and Mexico signed a treaty that ended the Mexican-American War. This treaty allowed the United States to add 525,000 square miles, 1,360,000 square kilometers, of land to its territory. The 1860s were a time of great tension in the United States. The country was divided between those who supported the Confederacy, which was trying to keep slavery in place, and those who supported the Union, which wanted to end slavery. In 1863, at the Battle of Gettysburg, the Union Army defeated the Confederate Army, which led to the end of the Confederacy and the end of slavery in the United States.